Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to be showing you phase 1 and phase 2 of scanning a target machine to exploit it. Phase 1 starts with scanning, and this target machine will be this Metasploitable 2 web server, which will be done in Kali Linux. Both these machines are running in Oracle VirtualBox, where I've created a virtual environment to avoid any ethical implications. I will, however, make a video on how I installed Kali Linux and Metasploitable 2. So we're going to start off in Kali Linux. And the first thing we need to do is gathering information. And to gather information, we have to figure out our IP address that we are running on this machine. So for this, we'll open up the terminal and type in ipconfig. Here we can see the internet address, subnet mask, broadcast, IPv6. We can see the IPv6. So our main goal is to figure out the target IP of Metasploitable 2 and any sort of information that we can that will help us exploiting. So we initially have to create a blueprint by scanning, which this will be done through the mmap command. The mmap command is a powerful tool that is used in Kali Linux to scan and map out a network. So since we know our IP address is 192.168.1, or sorry, the general network address, the Metasploitable 2 should also be on the same network address. So we're going to do a quick scan to find out what machines are currently on the network. So for this, we are going to type in mmap-st 192.168.1.1-255, which is the network range. We're going to let that scan. It does take a bit of while to scan because mmap initially scans 1,000 ports, so it doesn't matter how fast your internet connection is, it will take a bit of time to load. And if you're not too familiar with the syntax, there are loads of videos or online tools that can be used to get yourself acquainted with the syntax.
That took a really long time to scan. However, it doesn't usually take that long. I don't know why I did this time, but anyways, we can see all of the devices that are on this network, and it shows us the potential open ports. For example, this one over here, 192.168.1.1, that is, I think, the router or the modem. It shows you all the open ports all filtered, shows you what that device is, and if we keep on scrolling down, we can see Microsoft, Apple. One we're concerned about is this one over here, because we can see that it has the most open ports, so most likely it will be the Metasploitable web server, and here it's running within Oracle VirtualBox, and it has all these open ports. Just to show you guys that, and here's the IP address, sorry, just to show you guys that this is the Metasploitable 2, I'm just gonna check the IP here. Here we can see 192.168.1.6, and the same with 192.168.1.16. So we know this is our target IP address. However, all we see from here is the open ports. What I want to do next is look at the versions of these open ports to see what is exploitable or not. So for this, we are also going to use another mmap command, .sv, which shows us the system version, and this time we're going to type in the IP address and let that scan. So here, this has given us a lot more information. We can see all the open ports again, this time with the version, so the FTP, VSFTP 2.3.4, OpenSSH. These are FTP, SSH, Telnet. These few ports are really important, and any sort of hacker is looking for these ports so they can exploit them. And having the version of these shows that you can easily exploit them. Down here we can see extra service information, the host being Metasploitable 2, Metasploitable local domain, the OS, Unix, Linux, run in the Linux kernel. To get a little bit more information about the operating system, another scan that can be done is an mmap-o, then the IP address. This is given at the bottom, Linux kernel 2.6, Linux 2.6.9. Here that's just extra information about the operating system. If we want to do a more aggressive scan, we would do -a and then the IP address. So this is that's all loaded, and we can see a lot more information here because this is a more aggressive scan, and it shows, for example, port 21 of the FTP server, what is connected to, what is logged in, the type. Here again with port 22, SSH version Debian, the SSH host key, which is important. I'll go through that in the next few videos. And OS discovery, Unix Samba, Metasploitable the name. Here the security mode is also so this has given us a better idea of the target system that we are going to be exploiting. To save all of this information so we have access to it, you can save it or create a file with all this information. So anytime you want to access it, you always have access to it, because if I close this right now, all of this information will go. So to save a scan, what you do is just type in the mmap command, then -on, then where you want to save it, also the name of the file. So I'm going to write results.txt, so it'll be saved as a text file, and then the IP address of what I want to save. Already we can see that a file has been created here, so whatever output I get will automatically be saved into this file. Now that this scan is done, if I open up this file, everything is all being saved. So if I want to look back at this, I will always have this information here. Another thing I can do while scanning is use a deceptive scan. This will allow, so if you're scanning and you target a machine, the machine cannot find out who is targeting them, so you will be given a different IP address to use against them. So this will be done through the sudo nmap. Oh, is that all? Yes. And then the IP address you want to attack, then /d scan, and you can type in any sort of IP address. I'm typing 3 different ones to make sure that my IP address is not shown. Here it's giving us the exact same information, showing us all the open ports, but this time it did not show to the target machine who has been trying to get their information, or has not shown us our IP address. All the scans that I have shown so far do similar things by showing all the potential vulnerabilities that are in this target system or the target server. However, there are many other ones you can do. For example, this scan shows, once I get my IP, it shows a more aggressive scan. It shows the things that I might have been missed in the other scans. This does take a bit of time. However, anything that has not been shown before may show up right now. Now that the scan is done, we can see that anything that we have missed out has come up, because before everything was showing up as open. However, these 3 ports are coming up as filtered. So it's not much, but it's just an extra bit that we've missed out before. Now that the scan is done, we can see that anything that we have missed out has come up, because before everything was showing up as open. However, these 3 ports are coming up as filtered. So it's not much, but it's just an extra bit that we've missed out before. Anything that I have done on Nmap can also be done on ZenMap, which is a GUI or an extension GUI of Nmap. This usually is already available on Kali Linux. However, sometimes you may need to download it. What you do here is you type in your target IP and then scan. This just gives, like it says here, an intense scan, and already we can see all the ports that are open. It's still working on it. It does stealth scans, it does ping tests, it shows the operating system. For beginners, I recommend using this because it's a lot easier than learning all the different commands on Nmap. Now that is done, we can see quite a lot of information here. The host scripts, the different ports that are open, how they are running or what they are running on, and the different types of versions. And if we go to this side, we can see all the ports are open. Go through each one of them. This just provides extra detail, and it's just better to look at and better to understand, especially if you're a beginner. All the scans and tests that I have just shown follow phase 1 and a bit of phase 2, because all the ports are scanned. We can see slight vulnerabilities. We can see the different types of versions, and just gave us
a better idea of the network. So we have done a form of network mapping. A final thing that I just want to show is kind of a visual representation of the devices that are on a network, which is, for this you would use the netdiscover command. I'm just going to type in help to show here the type of commands that you can use, but for this we are going to be using -r, which shows the ranges of the IP address. So we're going to look at the range of IP addresses that are inside this network. So netdiscover R. This can be just run in the background because any IP addresses or devices that join a network will come up on here. Now that this has loaded, we can just see that 6 hosts are on this network. Which one is, this is the router, this is our Metasploitable, these are probably phones or laptops. So yeah, this is just a better way of looking at it, and I just wanted to show you as a last thing. The next video that I'm going to do is going to complete the rest of port scanning, or give more detail about it, and look into vulnerability scanning. A final disclaimer stating that any videos made on KaliG hackers are for information and educational purposes only, and for those who are willing and curious to know and learn about ethical hacking, security, and penetration testing. Anytime the word hacking or hacker is used is being referred to ethical hacking. Please be responsible with the content. Of these videos. Any illegal actions can lead to criminal charges. Thank you for watching.